Do you have the other stats or no?
They're prepped right now.
They are? We ready? Well, we got whipped by a great football team. Just about every phase. Really disappointed we didn't execute a little better on offense. That's probably the thing I was a little surprised at. Quarterback didn't play well. Not sure why. It's a great defense. That's not to take anything away from Alabama. Nobody's really done much on them. But we thought we'd measure up pretty good, and we had some chances in the first half. Didn't capitalize. Opportunity ball we dropped, and then third quarter we're down there twice, 23-10, and got a chance to keep grinding and staying in it. And we take a shot on 3rd and 1, and then we get stuffed on 4th and 1, and then we throw a pick, which was a bad throw the next series. So, and then when you do that against this kind of team, they just keep pushing, and that's what they do to most everybody, and they did it to us too. So it's about the sum of the game there.
Harry, did you consider taking Tyler out any sooner, or why do you think he struggled so much?
I don't know. He was a little jumpy early. Didn't even look good early, And then I thought he played his way out of it, hit a couple of good balls, had a nice ball before the half. He hits Justin on the in route. It was nice. So, but just couldn't kind of sustain any throwing balls early and getting them batted. He never gets balls batted. So, I don't know. We're not, but, he's got to play well for us to score points. That's just what it is. And we got to run it a little better. It's hard to run it against this team. Marlon, what do you average? 3.7? It's tough plowing against this team, though. I didn't think we were awful running it, but we certainly, when you run it for under 100 yards, it's hard to win. That's us, Alabama, and Florida have been the 2 games.
Did they do anything different in the passing games?
Them throwing it?
Yeah,
no, we just did a poor job. I mean, they throw 4 balls over our head. Twice we're one-on-one, and we get disoriented back there and can't make a play. And then one time we're in 3 deep and we're dividing. They run the verticals on us, and the corner doesn't play it. And then one time was we screw up the communication on the naked. The corner's thinking he's playing 2, the safety doesn't get over the top, and the guy's wide open. So they didn't really do anything differently, and if we can just knock down some opportunity balls, we lost every contested ball down the field.
Where do you think the psyche of your team is? I know it's tonight, it's right after your game.
Yeah, well, it's probably terrible right now. I mean, we just got whipped pretty good. But we got to regroup. We go to South Carolina next week, and there's a lot of ball ahead. I mean, we can't just stick our heads in our tail and go home. You got to go play. So, and we'll do it. We'll recover. It was disappointing we couldn't go 4 quarters with these guys, and we thought we could. And quite frankly, I thought we played well enough for a while on defense to hang in there. But you got to get points, and we had those opportunities right before the half. We drop a ball, and then 3rd quarter we're down there twice, and then that's what happens. And they break a run, and they do that to everybody. So we just join the ranks of the rest of the country.
You talk about just the pressure they put on the offense. I mean, they're not a huge play offense, but they're just efficient and grind. And
but they do hit a lot of big plays. They say they're not a big play offense, but they do in every game, because their backs break tackles and run for big plays, and then you pack it in there and they hit the play action and take shots. So they're explosive. They're more explosive than people give them credit for. They're just, y'all act like a 30-yard run is just old hat for them, because that's an explosive play. But so they've done it on everybody. It just doesn't look that way because they're in the huddle. They're grinding. They're running the ball. that long run was terrible. You know, we're down there playing 3 deep, and we get the safety crack, corner doesn't replace, there's nobody there. That was really the only real bad run, I think. Yeah, the longest run other than that was 14 yards. I mean, that's, now, you know, if that 43-yarder counted. So.
Right before the half, you guys got the ball back in the minute 15, you had 2 timeouts. Did you not try and push it more because Tyler wasn't in?
Yeah, it was a lot of reasons. And I understand people upset at me, but, you know, we're down 13, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. We're down 2 touchdowns. I didn't want to give them the ball back and risk going down 16 or even more in 3-score game. And it wasn't, if we were moving the ball well, I would have been more aggressive. But we took 1 shot and we dropped it, and so I wanted to get out of there without making it any worse. We weren't playing well on offense.
Coach Fulmer spoke to us at halftime. He talked about in the '94 season when he started 1-3. He knew he had the support of Doug Dickey and Joe Johnson and the administration. Do you feel like you have the support of the UT moving forward?
Yes.
Third down conversion, was that 2 of 13? Was that about Tyler, or was that about down and distance? And what do you think they did, you guys?
Well, they played their good defense like they always do, and we did a poor job of getting open and did a poor job when we were open of throwing it accurately. So that was it. I mean, they didn't do anything differently. You watch them on film, you know what they're going to do, and you got to go win. And, you know, sometimes you don't win, and then sometimes you win, and the quarterback doesn't make a good throw. So.
Are you more surprised or disappointed?
I'm disappointed that we didn't play better on offense. And it doesn't mean we play well on defense, don't get me wrong. I just thought we would play better, you know, for 4 quarters. I thought we'd score more points. I thought we'd execute our pass game a little bit better, but we didn't. You know, we took 5 shots, I think, in the first half to Justin and 0 for 5 on him. Took a couple to CP, nothing. So, it's the way it is.
How frustrating was it a couple of times it looked like you went to a wildcat package and you had to call a timeout?
Yeah.
Which took
well, one time what happened, so Zach Fulton goes down, which puts Bullard at right guard. And then now we got to coach up Marcus on the personnel groupings, and we had 2 different ones. You know, we have a 22 Wildcat and a 23 Wildcat. We call 22 Wildcat. Marcus shouldn't be out there. You know, we tell him, hey, on 23 Wildcat, you're in. We yell 22 Wildcat, and he just runs in. So it was an honest mistake that happens when a guy gets hurt. You know, you're repping the other guys the whole week and not the contingency plans really on those plays. So that's what happened.
Both of them? There were 2 times.
When was the other one? In the first half?
Second. There was another time when you, before the 3rd and 1?
That was the one I'm talking about. What was the other one?
I think that's when Pig was in the game.
Yeah, that was the receivers screwing up. That was when Pig was at quarterback, right? Yeah.
With the results you've had so far, is there any concern at all about losing some of these guys or losing this team at all?
No. I mean, we got a lot of ball, man. These guys, they're into it. You got to go out and play each week, you know. Play each week. I mean, yeah, you say, is there a concern? I wouldn't say losing them. What I don't want is their morale to get down, and it's hard when you lose. I mean, it is. So don't get me wrong. It's not like we're going to have a lot of pep in our step, but that's our job as coaches to get them ready to go play.
Coach, you draw much out of this game, or you just flush it and move forward?
Well, yeah, you got to draw something out of every game. You know, I wish we could have gone out there. Every game we played, we feel like we've gone out and performed for a period of time, and we didn't do that tonight on offense. So I got to go see why. And a lot of it's Alabama.
Was Neil close to being ready to play?
He didn't practice all week. Could we have put him out there and tried it? Yeah, but I don't think history shows he wouldn't have been effective. I mean, he didn't run one snap all week.
Was Patterson put at tailback because of Neal, or is that just something that, because I know he ran one play at tailback, or is that
Yeah,
something you
just
guys
because
really
he's
look at?
good. Yeah, just because he's good. And he, you know, he drops the pitch. So, what do you do?
On that, I guess if you held on third down and they missed the field goal early second quarter, was there kind of that general like vibe on the sideline that, you know, if we made it through the first quarter, we can hang?
No, I think even at halftime, you know, it was fine. I mean, we were playing bad ball on offense, and we were down 13 against Alabama. If we could have just gotten something going, and hey, we had 2 opportunities in the third quarter, and we don't convert on short yardage, and we make a terrible throw for an interception. So.
Some of the balls that have gone off Justin's hands in games, is that happening in practice too, or is that just something that's been creeping up on Saturday?
Yeah, he's had more drops than he should on Saturdays. Hadn't had a lot in practice, you know.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks guys.